Potentiometer.
What's up, Spaghetti Eggy? Back again in the Spaghetti Lab. And in the last video we were working with the potentiometer and we introduced how to get that to read into the computer. And in this video we're going to bring the buzzer back from before and we're going to combine the two projects. So let's go into fritzing and I'm going to show you how we're going to wire this up and then we'll do some coding stuff. Okay, so just to refresh, in the last video we took the middle port of the potentiometer and we put it into A0. One of the sides went to ground and the other went to 5 volts. Okay, and we're not going to need the breadboard in this example. Now the buzzer, the plus side went from pin 9, which had the tilde on it, and that meant it could do pulse width modulation for the output, and the other side goes to ground. So because there's enough ground and power on the Arduino, we don't need to use a breadboard in this example. Okay, so let's wire that one up. So we already had the potentiometer wired up from the previous video and we're just bringing the buzzer back in. One side went to the plus side of the buzzer went to pin 9 and the negative side went to ground. So you can see we're already getting a bit of a wiry mess, but it's 5 wires in this one at the moment. So the last time we worked on this buzzer sketch, it was left in a state that was like this, where it was going on and off at 1,000 hertz, 1 kilohertz every 1 second. So to make some modifications to this, at the top of the sketch is where we declare our variables. And if you don't know what that means, don't worry. I'm going to just paste them in quickly. So the first variable is declaring that we're going to be reading our knob on A0, and then we set another variable just to set a number for it to be held in. And then we're going in the actual loop of the program, we're adding in some code here to tell it to read the potentiometer, and we don't want it to be 1,000, we want it to be sensor values. So whatever our potentiometer is doing, we want it to read. So let's upload that to the code and see what happens. So it's changing it, but it won't change it in real time because we're using something called a delay, and it's putting a whole stop to the whole program. And so what we can now try doing is removing the delays and see if that changes the tone in real time. Perfect. So it's now changing in real time. It's not shutting it off. We can find other ways to do that. And one of the other things to note is that it's actually only going up to 600 hertz. So let's try doing sensor value equals sensor value times 2, and let's see if that makes it go even higher. Times 3, do an upload. And now let's try dividing it by 4, seeing if it makes it go much lower. Great, so it worked. Okay, so we're successfully able to take the potentiometer and have it turn the pitch of the buzzer, but as you could hear, the buzzer was always running. So in the next video, we're going to look at how we can interrupt that sound a bit to make it a bit more like a musical instrument.